All right, we're going to talk about DAZN, October 6th card, headlined by Jessie, Vargas, and Thomas Dulorme over there in Chicago. I'm not a promoter of the zone. I'm just doing my subs, my boxing family in the boxing world, the solace that I owe them to talk about boxing. And this is pretty much the only boxing this weekend is on DAZN. And we back at the Boxing Clinic in Morris, boy CJ Goodfella. Also, small nugget real quick. Onuyiwa fights on the zone Sunday. I'm not sure what time, West Coast Pacific time or American time. But also, he fights kicking off the World Box Super Series tournament. And also, Relic and Travansky is kicking off the World Box Super Series 140-pound tournament for the WBA, Super WBA junior welterweight title as well. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the week. And also, if you don't know, we have a boxing morning talk show. So you ain't got this. We get boxing its own platform. ESPN, Fox don't give us 2 minutes in a week. Boxing 101, early morning grind. You can find it right here, the Boxing Clinic and more on YouTube, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you miss it, it'll still be up on YouTube. Or if you don't want to watch it through the YouTube app, right around 1 p.m., 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch it on our podcast. The podcast link in the description. We talk about a whole bunch of topics. We're going to rebuff some more stuff and add some more content to the Raw and Uncut episodes really soon. Me and my PIC partner in crime, the Cali Enigma. But, yep, you got to fight this week. You got a fight card this weekend. You got two. And on top of that, it's kind of being overshadowed by Conor McGregor and Habib. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. And also Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder is taking a lot of shine this week with their press tour. But this fight is kicking off at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. If you're in Chicago, Wintrust Arena, I'm pretty sure the tickets are dirt cheap for a card of this bullshit magnitude. Okay? All right. Open up the fight cards. You got, I heard Jarrell Miller and Thomas Adamek is opening up the fight card. Adamek is like 100 years old. Remember when Chad Dawson beat Adamek? Remember when, I think Vitaly Klitschko beat Adamek? Big Baby Miller should be able to beat Adamek. They wanted Thomas Adamek in here because he was Polish, and it's a good big Polish community in Chicago, and they want to bring some fans out to see Thomas Adamek. Big Baby Miller should be ashamed if he don't stop Thomas Adamek. This shouldn't even be a close fight for Big Baby Miller, and if it is, he need to kick himself in the buttocks because this should not be a close fight for Big Baby, okay? Big Baby Miller should dominate Thomas Adamek. He should stop him by like the 8th round. I know Big Baby Miller can't punch at all, because he don't know how to turn his hands over and really sit down on his punches. But he going to come in around 300 pounds, so he should be able to stop Thomas Adamek, man, in this one, in my opinion. Adamek has been past his prime. I thought Adamek was retired, done. I think he started off at light heavyweight. I think he might have stopped at cruiserweight. Then he went up to heavyweight. And I think he beat Chris Arreola. Just beat Chris Arreola years ago. Chris Arreola should be ashamed of himself. But, yeah, I got Big Baby Miller by knockout. Shouldn't even be close. But we know feather-fisted, 300-pound Big Baby Miller may make it closer than close. But I would expect Thomas Adamek to be a little bit shop-worn and tired. And I think Miller should be the fresher fighter, being a younger fighter. But also, you got Gavin McDowell, UK fighter, fighting Danny Romaine. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know shit about Gavin McDowell, whatever his name is. I'm definitely going to take Danny Romaine. He should beat a domestic UK guy. Danny Romaine is a very good fighter, but asterisk by Danny Romaine, he can't punch at all. So you got another feather-fisted fighter on the card. Two feather-fisted favorites on the card. Danny Romaine, I wouldn't expect him to stop Gavin McDowell unless Gavin McDowell is just straight UK domestic bum. All right? But, that's another fight that's on the card. I like Danny Romaine. He got good fluidity, good balance, but he just can't punch. I would love to see him get in there and mix it up with Isaac Dogbay. I know it'll be a good fight. Romaine can box and move a little bit, but I think Dogbay would tear his ass up, all right? Also, you got Callum Johnson taking on Arthur Beterbiev. I think this may be the co-main or the third fight. Maybe Donnie Romaine, since he's a world championship, will be the co-main. But you got another Beterbiev PBC guy, okay? Used to be he's an Al Heyman managed guy. At least that's what they were saying before this DAZN deal. Callum Johnson is a UK domestic fighter, another UK domestic fighter that nobody knows in America on this card. Heard he got a good punch. Beterbiev has got this mystical fear around him, but he ain't actually done shit in his career. But people talk about how he beat Kovalev in the amateurs and how he ran, how he ran Ward out the division and this and that. Solid fighter. I don't really believe in the fear like people say he does. He don't fight enough. He tried to get out of the Yvonne Michaels deal. He has the same promoters as Adonis Stevenson, Adder Alvarez, and none of the three of them have fought. So he went over to the Zone because they're paying that cash, and he should whoop on Callum Johnson ass. It shouldn't even be close. I haven't even seen Callum Johnson fight, but clips. But I think UK domestic fighter again. He getting his dick knocked in the dirt. All right. Artur Beterbiev is talented. I'm not saying that he's not. He's just very, very inactive and haven't really proved his truth. But he worked good up and down, good power puncher. Callum Johnson landed a money shot. Hey, so be it. I doubt it. Beterbiev is really good. Not the fastest guy, but got good speed and good fluidity with his punches, man. And I expect Artur Beterbiev to, knock out Callum Johnson. But this is the one fight on this card that you got two punchers in. I know Callum Johnson got a resume for being a good puncher. At least that's the word out the UK. Beterbiev is a good puncher as well. So this is the one. This is the fight that has the highest possibility of entering that knockout. It's Artur Beterbiev and Callum Johnson. All right. The rest of this fight got feather fisted guy. At least one feather fisted favorite in it. The favorite right here and the underdog, in my opinion, both got puncher power. You don't get that matchup with two punchers on this whole card, okay? This is the one. If you're waiting for a knockout, this is the fight to have. But I got Beterbiev like 8th round knockout, all right? Right now, I'm saying Beterbiev 3rd round knockout, all right? Then the main event, you got chinless Thomas Dulorme versus feather-fisted Jessie Vargas for the WBC silver title, which when you fight for the WBC silver title, you still have to fight a title eliminator, so they did not get ordered to fight the WBC champion, Sean Porter. So they got to fight a title eliminator by WBC rules unless something else happens, all right? But it's the main event, and it should produce a good fight, to be honest, okay? Dulorme, ain't got no job, but he got some skills. Big, tall, long guy going back up to 47, where Carlos Abregu knocked him out before, I believe. Sanam Ali ended up stopping Abregu years later. Couldn't remember his name the other day. But Dulorme got some skills. He long, he rangy. Yugas, beat him up. I think the favorite, Jessie Vargas, is favored to win this fight. But Dulorme do got some skills. But Vargas can't punch. It depends on how bad Thomas Dulorme punch resistance has gotten. Jessie is a tenacious fighter, but I think Dulorme might have a little bit more boxing skills than him. But Dulorme don't believe in his jaw. He was just driving the Uber when he was with Mayweather Promotions. Said they wasn't giving him no fights, but Vargas is a solid fighter. He's okay in every department, but I think Dulorme got better hand speed. Like Dulorme a better boxer, but I think Vargas got better confidence. Okay, I think Vargas have improved his punching power enough over the years to be able to keep Thomas Dulorme at bay. I think it's gonna be going to decision. Out of all the fights on this card, I think this fight has the most potential for upset, okay? I've seen both fighters fight before plenty of times. I think Thomas Dulorme can get an upset over Jessie Vargas. But if he gets the upset on the cards, will he get an upset on the cards? Jessie Vargas has never been stopped. I think Dulorme has the power to hurt Vargas, but I don't think he has the aggressiveness to believe in his chin to knock out Vargas. I'm going to still take Vargas. Good decision. I think it's going to be a close decision. I'm going to take Vargas. Split decision over Thomas Dulorme. So we got Vargas over Dulorme. Beterbiev knocking out Johnson in like 3 rounds. We got, I just picked, I don't know too much about Gavin McDowell. I just picked Danny Romaine because he's a champion. I've seen him fight before. And also in the beginning of fight, Big Baby Miller stopping Thomas Adamek in 8 rounds, in my opinion. And like I said, you got a lot of feather-fisted fighters on this card, all right? But it's the Boxing Clinic and more. Members October 6th on the Zone. And also you got Inuya fighting the next day, Sunday, on the DAZN as well. So the DAZN is providing the sauce for you to dip in boxing this week. And I'm not buying it. You can find streams on it. But if you buy the DAZN or you try the free trial they got going on, come back, let me know on this thread how the DAZN was and what's your review on the DAZN. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow, one time for the one time. We grinding. And yeah, I'm going to continue to tell y'all about boxing, no matter if it's on this side, that side, the other side. But it's one time for the one time. Shout out to the entire LDBC. We gone.